All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Kingdom of the Kael Isles. Yes, this is my custom D&D campaign where people that didn't quite realize what they were getting themselves into agreed to let me control their fate by rolling dice very poorly. And I am losing my voice, so that's awesome! Today, you may notice a new face. We have a brand new player joining the fold, and we will be introducing her character as we go along. So, to kind of bring everyone up to speed on what's been going on thus far, our intrepid group of adventurers all got together to do some weird stuff that most of us don't remember at this point. There's so much that has happened. But the most recent thing, they were on an island full of things that used to be dead but weren't dead anymore, which is kind of weird. They met a tiefling bard who likes to flirt with apparently everybody in existence. And with her help, they were able to defeat the master of this island, an Eladrin named Corin, who was a dick. After they did that, they went into this underground area where they met a dragon who turned Elaine into a more powerful warrior by blessing him with some of the dragon's power. And now Elaine has really cool armor that's gold. And then they escaped, and we lost we lost our
Yes.
cleric. So yeah, that works. He'll probably be back.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening is they ran away from a horde of undead thingies, made their way back to the ship that originally brought them out to sea and everything, met up with the captain, and found out that the world was kind of going to shit. The Eladrin had embarked on a conquest. They already kind of ruled the area that everyone lived in here, and now they were basically either exterminating or enslaving every single non-Eladrin race. So when this was presented to the group, they decided to help by joining a resistance movement, and their first thought was Avok has some friends among one of the Wood Elven clans that used to be free. He has no idea if they are still. So they decided to head back to the island where Avok was rescued from almost death and was nursed back to health. And so that's where we're going to go ahead and pick it up today. So, guys, again, you guys all kind of decided after finding this kind of hideaway secret location where you saw old One Eye helping out with stuff and were able to kind of restock on supplies and things like that. After all of that was done, did you guys have anything else you guys wanted to do before you headed out to sea again and eventually to this this other island?
I actually wanted to see if I could get a shield.
You want
Because
to
I got some weapons I can drop off too that I need to get rid of because I don't use them.
Okay. As far as like trade and stuff right now, this little kind of outpost is not really set up for like monetary trade. It's more collecting enough stuff to keep people alive. So you
Yeah, I
can,
was like, hand them off. What
yep,
is
you
it?
can.
I got like a scimitar and be like, can I get a shield for this? You know?
Okay, yeah, you can definitely go ahead and give those to Old One Eye, and he'll kind of put them in the makeshift armory that they're making. The location you guys are at right now is inside kind of like an archipelago, but the islands are so close together and there's so many reefs and things like that that it took incredible piloting skills to even get the ship in here. And it's kind of protected by, some higher kind of cliff-like things and other stuff like it's its own little oasis in the middle of the Eladrin naval army right now. They can't get into this little area, and it's kind of hidden away. So this is kind of your secret hideaway.
I want to go. Well, no. I was on the ship cleaning with an upside down brush, but after a few hours of that, I get up and stretch and feel like I did a good day's work, and then I go walking off looking for some kind of like herbs or something, some kind of plants that maybe might become useful later on.
Okay. Just kind of looking for spell components or anything specific?
I'd like to look for some type of healing herb or something that could be traded or turned into a healing potion at some point.
Due to the fact that a healing, like making a healing potion, not only requires herbs and things like that, but a little bit of magic and a facility to be able to create it, it's probably not something you could do right now. It'd be something that you'd eventually have to, like you'd have to become proficient in, like an alchemist's kit.
Oh, for sure. I just want to be ready.
However, finding enough to create a healer's kit would not be beyond the realm of reason. So go ahead and roll me a survival check.
I get to add stuff to that because of proficiencies. For a whopping 11.
All right. You find enough that you kind of you make a small healer's kit. It's got 3 charges instead of the regular. I believe it's 10 charges on a regular healer's kit. But yeah, if you use this on someone that is dying, no check or nothing, they instantly stabilize. So
very good.
All right, Avok, you have any prep work you want to do before you get going?
Not really. I mean, after scrubbing.
Yeah, you've got your axe. That's really all you need.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the hay.
Not a problem at all. You guys decide, based on First Mate's kind of understanding of the area, the best time for you guys to leave this area is going to be very early morning, because that's when the Eladrin patrol ships aren't patrolling the area that you guys need to leave through. So you guys get a long rest. They don't really wake you up for when they're leaving, because they don't really need you guys to run the ship. You're the muscle. So when you guys do wake up, you notice you're in open sea. You can, feel the sea breeze as you get up, and you can see that you guys are actually making relatively good time. It takes roughly about a day and a half, 2 days to get to Ordnier Island, which is where you're going, and an island that Avok is relatively familiar with.
Yeah, I was actually referring to the little tiny speck, like, underneath the island.
Okay.
Like, to the left of West Lenora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. No, that works. I have to think now about the world that I made up in my head.
Sorry.
No. That's absolutely fine. That'll still work. Yeah, no, that works perfectly. All right, so you guys go to this island, which doesn't really have an official name. There is an Eladrin outpost here. The island itself, unlike some of the other islands you've been to, which have been kind of very heavily forested, this one, the vegetation and things like that, heads a little bit more towards like the jungle-ish side. There's a lot of vines. There's a lot of heavy cover, almost like a tropical rainforest almost type ecology, just because of where it kind of landed and what kind of growth started growing there. You guys, it does take you a little bit longer to find a place to land, because the best place to land on the island is the Eladrin outpost, which you guys are doing your best to avoid. So as you guys spend probably about 4 or 5 hours on the boat, kind of seeing the island from a distance, but waiting for them to find a really good spot that they can kind of let you off, the captain calls you into his cabin. As the three of you kind of come in, he motions, and the first mate goes to the door and shuts it as he leaves. And the captain kind of calls you guys over to point up at a map on his desk. And you can see the map itself is relatively crudely drawn, but it's a map of the island that you guys are around, along with a couple of the islands around there to give it kind of perspective. And he points to an area and he goes, "Aye, this is where we're going to drop you off. However, because this is so close to Kael Isle and Orkney, we can't stay here for very long. Once we drop you off, you'll be on your own. We can come back in a week's time, but until then you're going to have to fend for yourselves. If we spend too much time here, we'll have to fight off patrols and things like that, and that's not something we want to do. Do any of you have any questions about exactly what you're getting into here?"
How can we get in touch with you if we need a ride out of here in an emergency?
We have a few, let's call them more secretive folk that have infiltrated the Eladrin islands around here, and we may have one or two that are working on ships. If you can make a large enough flare or something, we should be able to figure out that you're waiting for us. The best.
Okay, no problem.
Trust me.
I can see that you like that idea. Just make sure this is the pickup point. This is the drop-off point. We cannot pick you up anywhere else on the island.
Very good, Captain.
All right, be safe. I hope you find your friends here, because we need lots of them. All right, and you see he just kind of pounds on the table 2 times, and the door opens, and the first mate comes in and goes, "Oh, Captain, what we doing?" He's like, "All right, prepare the landing boats for them. They're getting off." "Oh, Captain, right away." First mate comes out, and he brings you to a boat that's slowly being lowered in to the water. He and 2 other sailors join you to kind of row. It takes about 10-15 minutes to get to shore, and once they get there, you see they kind of unload your gear and everything like that. They salute you, and then they start heading back. And you guys can see in the very distance what looks like the appearance of sails, indicating that they're probably going to be going pretty quick here. So you guys are now on a beach that, after about 20 or 30 feet, just disappears into heavy jungle growth. Abok, you've been here once before. You've never been to this part of the island, but you've got a rough idea where the Wood Elven settlement was when you were here. Now, one of the things about most Wood Elven settlements is they don't stay in the same place for very long. They're specifically designed to be mobile and to move fairly regularly to stay away from the Eladrin patrols. So, what would you guys like to do?
I never understood how she could understand this heat. Humidity, actually, but it's humid, isn't it? It's a jungle.
Very much, very much rainforest style climate. It's very humid. The trees themselves have like big waxy leaves and vines and stuff that kind of traps the humidity within them.
Okay. Well, Okay.
You
Guns
think you
alright.
can find your way to him, Avok? Lead us to
Yeah,
your friends.
You gotta give me a sec. I'm not familiar with this part. To be perfectly honest, I don't recall that legend outpost being on this island when I was last here. So that's not this.
Well, let's start where they were.
Yeah, I guess just walk in. Should I make like a survival check to get my bearings?
Yeah, since you've been here before, go ahead and make the survival check with advantage. I will be right back because I just realized all of my books are way over there. So I'll be right
No,
back.
you don't need them, man. Just give everything 1 HP.
Oh, is that you're looking for more undead beholders? Is that what you said?
Oh, God.
Don't antagonize us. Anyhow.
What did you get?
I'll take the...
That
As long as
is
you
gonna be
drink.
let me-
A 4.
All right, what you got, Avok?
19.
All right, with a 19. As you step in, this is not the forest you remember. So much like the trees are bigger, the undergrowth is different. You're definitely in a very different place than you remember. However, you, with your kind of connection with the more primal aspects of yourself, you kind of get the idea of the rough way that you want to go. As you start going through, are you guys just kind of chopping through vines? Are you trying to move a little bit, I guess, more stealthily, like trying to go around things as opposed to just blazing a trail through it?
I think stealth would probably be the best option. Don't want to leave a trail at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So you guys are traveling for about half an hour, 45 minutes, until, can I have perception checks from everybody? Avok, what you got? What'd you get?
Guys. I got a 9.
Oh, wow. Elaine, what'd you get?
I also got a 9.
Fade?
With my +7, I rolled an 8.
Natural 1.
So, as you guys are wandering through the forest, you don't even realize until it's far too late that there are patrols in this forest of Eladrin just wandering through. And you guys don't just kind of happen upon one. You trip over one of the Eladrin soldiers.
Can I do a thing?
Depends on the thing. You're kind of surprised, and they knew you were coming.
Would I have a piece of? I feel like I would have some cloth or something from my armor, like a strap that I could quick throw over Avok's hands and say he's with me. I want to impersonate that he's my prisoner. Wookie.
Okay, what about Link?
You know what? Roll me a deception.
I look
check
Eladrin
with
enough.
disadvantage.
Oh no!
Eladrin enough.
Oh sweet, that's a +1, baby.
Boy. Fellas?
Okay.
15.
That's not bad.
All right.
Let me just show you what I wonder.
So as you come through, you kind of trip over some undergrowth, and you see 3 Eladrin standing there, wearing relatively heavy armor, which you can see they're not really enjoying the armor that they're wearing at this point. It's hot, it's humid, and the metal is trapped. Like, they look miserable. But all of them have their weapons out, pointed at you. Fade, you actually recognize the weapons. because they were around you through most of your training. These are 3 Eladrin Great Axes.
Okay.
And do you still carry your rank weapon with you?
I do.
So you have your rank weapon out or on your hip?
On the hip, light hammer.
Okay. So they see you, and they see you with a human and what looks to them like a very young, misshapen elf. And they instantly they have their swords already, their great axes already drawn, and they look at you and they go, "What are you doing here, cleric? I don't remember hearing that we were supposed to have any guests here. Where is your paladin?"
He's around. We're hunting survivors. We need more slaves, obviously. I found at least 2 here.
Really? And they come over. One of them kind of gets real close to Avok and just kind of hits him in the back of the knees to drop him down to his knees. He's like, "And you let your slaves walk around with weapons?"
It's a big jungle. I'm only one guy. I can handle them.
You
but
just
I might
said
need
that
some
your
protection.
paladin was with you.
No, he's around. I'm just saying. I found these guys. I can take them. I just thought I'd let them keep their weapons for now, in case something attacks me.
Go ahead and make another deception check with disadvantage.
Oh. It's a 4, baby.
You roll me a dexterity saving throw.
You got it, Hoss. Dex save. Coming at you. 22.
22, that's not bad. Your kind of danger sense goes off, and you, without thinking, just kind of move your head, and you see the butt of a great axe go swinging past. You hear the other 2 guys kind of shout out in anger, and their weapons start to glow with holy might, and they start rushing towards you specifically. They're not too worried about Elaine and Avok just yet.
Sure. I mean, why would they? I have prisoners.
And I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
This is scrawny little half-elf. What is that going to do to me?
Oh, just wait until they figure out exactly what you are, Elaine. Wow, these are the highest rolls I've ever had.
No! We're all gonna die.
Shoot.
They'll never roll higher than me in initiative, probably, actually. This is really low.
I rolled pretty low.
This is low for me.
Alright, Avok, what you got?
6.
Elaine.
20.
Oh, super low. Fade.
It's so low.
16.
That's not bad. Alright, so... So you see these 3 Eladrin in plate armor. Their axes start to glow and they start heading towards you guys with death in their eyes, specifically looking at Fade.
I smile.
Elaine, you act just slightly faster than they do. What would you like to do?
Alright, well, for my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and ignite my dagger.
Okay. You guys
It's
watch
fire.
as Elaine kind of focuses on his dagger, and it erupts in golden flames.
Fire! I'm gonna freaking burn down this island. I'm sorry! And, what? There's 3 of them, right?
Right now you can see 3.
Oh god. I don't like the sound of that.
Whether or not
Where are
there's
they
more,
at?
you
They're
have
just
no
kinda-
idea. It's heavy undergrowth.
And they're all, kind of around Fade.
They're moving towards him. They're probably about 10. There's one that's right next to him. The other 2 are about 10, 15 feet away from him.
Alright, I want to attack the one that's right next to him.
Go for it.
Why do you keep getting caught in corners? It was a natural 20 that time.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
Okay.
Especially with that sneak
And I
attack
get
damage.
Yeah, let's say I get sneak attack because he's right next to. How many is that? It's a dagger. 84. That's 66. He's about to die.
Oh god.
Oh no. I feel bad.
Oh no.
I feel so bad for this guy.
What you got?
Let's see. Hold on, I'm adding all the dice. 22, 26, 28. No, wait, where's my modifier? 32.
32?
Yeah.
So you guys see Elaine ignite one of his daggers, come up and just plunge it underneath the plate armor that this Eladrin is wearing. As he pulls it away, you see the armor itself is already soaked in blood, and you can see there's a small pool of blood forming beneath it as it just leaks out. He cries out in pain, looks at you, and spits at you. Anything else you want to do?
Spit back at him.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Fade, you are up.
Ooh, chill touch. 2 of them.
Okay.
Ghostly purple hand.
Now that's a ranged attack, right?
Oh
Yeah.
So it will be made with disadvantage since you got a buddy right next to you.
It's an 8. It's an 8.
no. What?
Yeah, I
So
told
you
that
guys see
rolling over.
Fade kind of concentrate, and his holy symbol glows from underneath his armor, and you see this indigo light go and form a hand, and the paladin, kind of expecting this, just kind of moves out of the way and grins this very evil-looking grin. He comes over to you and takes 2 swings at you with his great axe. Well, that's a nat 1. 14 plus what is their modifier? Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
So he comes down and hits you once with his great axe. You take 11 slashing damage as it cuts in pretty hard.
Keep smiling.
And
Please.
then you see his 2 buddies come in, and they both kind of yell and kind of rally each other. And you, having a connection to magic in general, can see that these kind of yells and rallies and things like that are actually helping them to coordinate their attacks better. And they seem just that little bit better at attacking because of it. The next one is a lot. No, I got a 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 5 is 21.
Yes.
So the next one comes up and slashes twice at you, hitting you for a total of 22 slashing damage. As he comes around, and you can see you've never seen a paladin retire a cleric before, but you've seen them tell stories about it, and they all get this look in their eye when they start talking about it, and these guys have that look. The third one, seeing as Elaine did massive damage to his buddy, goes over to Elaine, completely ignoring the barbarian, because he just doesn't seem like a threat.
Is he the one that kicked my back of my knee?
Earlier, actually, the one that kicked the back of your knee was the one that went over to Fade.
He's
So
the
he
one
hit
that's
you
down.
and then ran over to Fade. So I've got 9 plus 5 is 14, Elaine?
Nope.
All right, and the second one, that's a 10 plus. God, I can't see any of my dice right now. 16.
Yep.
All right, so you take 11 slashing damage as the final Eladrin comes over and just takes a big old swing out of you. That brings us to
I use uncanny dodge on that. So
Okay.
What would that be? 6.
5. You roll down.
5.
Or round down, I
Okay.
think. Avok, you are up.
I'm raging. And I'm gonna attack the guy who decided to kick me in the freaking knee. Little
Okay.
bastard.
He's looking bad. He does not look happy right now.
Yeah. I'm not happy. Anyway.
You won't like the barbarian. He's angry.
20 to hit.
Surprisingly enough, that hits.
Boom. Anywho, where is my Alright. Whatever. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 4. 6 damage.
Oops,
6.
if I have the right one. So you come over with your great axe. This is the magic one, right?
Oh yeah, that's the only magic axe I got.
So it goes and it cuts deep into him. But as you pull it away, it doesn't seem like the wound is bleeding any more profusely than it already has. He took the hit, but I mean, he's looking bad. He's still upright though. What else you want to do?
I'm gonna hit him again.
Try to keep that enthusiasm in check.
I just want to go down with 1 hit. Anywho, that's 25 to hit.
Surprisingly enough, another hit.
Alright, come on. That's better. I like that. Okay, 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
And with that, your first attack hits and kind of digs in deep. Your second attack, you just bring around and you connect right with the shoulder clavicle region. Go in, you hear him kind of gurgle and spurt as he just hits the ground, twitches for a little bit, and does not get back up.
Yeah, I kick him in the knee.
As that happens, you guys hear some movement from the forest, and you see 2 more paladins come through. They see their allies, one of them dead, the other one's trying to kill what looks like a cleric, and instantly rush into battle. As this is happening, you guys hear something that you haven't heard before. From above you, you hear some rustling, and you hear this growl. And one of the new arrivals, you can't really see what happens, but you see this flash of yellow and brown, and the next thing you know, one of the new arrivals is on the ground, fighting with a very large creature. The very next thing you guys hear is from behind you, another growl happens, and you see jumping over Avok's shoulder, another flash of yellow and brown fly out. Kata, I need you to roll initiative for me.
Okay. Oh. Plus 1 then.
If it's easier right now, if the macro's not set, if you just tap slash roll d20.
Too late, I rolled a 5.
5? Okay. So, you'll be going after Avok.
Okay.
Back to, and I should roll a d20 for Mama. She rolled almost as well as you did. Alright, so, Elaine, battle has just become a little bit more interesting. You can see these 2 very large cats with a gold fur with brown specks all over it that have just entered the battle. The first one went directly for one of the Eladrin that just came in. The other one is kind of standing near you guys, but hasn't attacked anything yet. What would you like to do, Elaine?
So what? 2 more rushed in.
Yeah. The 2 new ones are probably about 20 feet away. Next to you right now are the one that hit you and the one of the ones that hit Fade that Avok didn't kill.
Go ahead.
Oh no. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the one that hit me.
Go for it.
First with the dagger. Keep looking at the wrong character sheet. That is my druid, not my rogue. That is a 20.
20's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I have any allies within range for sneak attack?
Yes. Both Avok and Fade are right next to you, so.
Alright. I gotta roll a different d4. That one is scratched out. Six, 7, 8, 12.
All right. So you sink your dagger in again, and this new Eladrin kind of howls in pain, but quickly shakes it off and gets ready to attack. Fade, what would you like to do?
I'm going to do a melee spell attack at this horrible person that's left in front of me with a, how you say, vampiric touch.
Ooh.
Come on. 15. Let it hit. Make it hit.
As you sit there and as you grab for it, you try and drain the life force out of him, but end up grabbing a piece of armor that has no life force and are unable to do any damage. They seem particularly familiar with how clerics fight and are doing everything they can to make it very difficult for you to do much. Anything else you want to do, Fade?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right, that brings us to bad people. Bad person number 1 is going to take a swing at Fade again in an attempt to make him fade away.
Good. Okay.
That's going to hit. That's a 23.
Oh yeah, baby.
And 17.
Good night.
They both hit or no?
Oh, no, 17 will miss.
17
I thought that was
misses? Okay.
damage.
Oh, no. I just rolled both attacks. So you take 11 slashing damage from the paladin in front of you. And then his second attack collides with your shield and you shake it off. The one that Elaine has become so friendly with.
Hi, hello, how are you?
16?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot, they also get a D4.
No, they don't.
That may not matter. 15.
Is that another attack or damage?
Yeah, that's attack.
That hits too.
Alright, so total of 22 slashing damage. As this other guy, after kind of looking at his wound and realizing that you're a half-elf, just gets this unbridled fury and just swings twice at you.
Okay, can I uncanny dodge one of those?
Sure. That would drop the total damage to 16.
16.
It's 11 damage per hit, so...
Okay. Ow.
The one that just got tackled by the other streak of fur tries to take a swing at her, but he is prone.
See, you don't need D4s. Just run down to 0.
So that would be disadvantage, right?
Yeah, no, he already has disadvantage.
Yeah.
So it's a 10 plus 11, 16. Mama's armor class right now. So he gets one good hit on Mama, but isn't able, the other creature out there isn't able to do too much more damage to her. And then the last one would see the cleric and would go off the cleric instead. 18, Fate?
Negatives.
Okay, and a lot higher than that. So
19 is the number.
11 slashing damage from this one as he runs in to try to attack
Okay.
you.
I fall down.
You guys see Fade collapse under the overwhelming attack.
Can you stop doing that?
Sorry. That brings us to after getting hit by the great axe. You see this relatively large cat just sink her teeth into the throat of the Eladrin, and as she pulls it away, half of the Eladrin's throat is no longer there. And she kind of executes him rather neatly and kind of turns to see what else is going on. Kata, you are up. What would you like to do?
Avok didn't go yet, did he?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Avok. Sorry. It goes,
Okay.
Avok 6, you're 5. Sorry.
Okay.
Go for it, Avok.
Alright, so let's see. Mama just killed one. I killed one. That
One
leaves
just killed Fade.
one just knocked out Fade.
There's 2 on Fade, 1 on Elaine.
Gotcha. I'll just attack.
And the one on Elaine has been hit once.
Elaine, I think it'll be fine. I just saw Fade go down, so I'm gonna attack the guy who took him down.
Go for it. Make me an attack roll.
17?
That is a miss.
Shit.
You
Okay.
come up and collide with their plate armor.
Okay. I'm gonna swing a little harder this time.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not
2
even gonna
swings,
say
2
it.
misses. Now it is Kata's turn.
Okay. Will my instinct be to attack or to help a stranger?
What would Kate do?
Well,
No.
you do recognize the ones that are attacking this group are Eladrin, so you can let that influence your opinion. And one of these guys in plate mail did cut Mama, so
I will attack the one that attacked the mama.
he's
so-
dead. He's very
okay.
dead right now.
Alright,
Now I'm just broken man.
I'll go after the guys attacking Fade then.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, Okay. I'm in regular human form. I'm not wild shape.
You are wild shaped right now.
Okay, so and what are the stats that I should be using?
Did you not pick one? For the most part, for what's you should be able to do up to a challenge rating 2, right?
Yes.
Give me 2 seconds if I can find the right thing. No, I have to remember because I've made a custom block for Mama, so you can't use that one, unfortunately. Saber-tooth tiger.
Let's do it.
Ooh, what? Okay.
We'll use
Yeah, I
that.
remember the BC already has one for that.
So you've got an armor class. If you want to jot this stuff down really quick.
Yeah, I got the entry from the
Oh, the monster banner. Okay, yeah.
yeah, I got the compendium in front of me.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and use the saber-tooth tiger stat block. Because you can transform into that, and it's close to a cheetah.
Yeah, and how many feet away is one of them at least 20 feet?
Let's say you're at least 20 feet.
I'd
'Cause
like
you
to
haven't attacked
pounce.
yet. Go for it.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to hit one of the ones that hasn't been hit, or the one that Elaine has hit so far?
How about the one that Elaine has hit?
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
20 plus 6. Oh no! One.
So you come up and you kind of pounce at one of the creatures, and you hit his back, but he kind of throws you off, and you land on the ground next to him. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I have my turn.
Okay.
Oh god.
That brings us back up to Elaine. You got a friend.
Hi, friend. I'm going to use my action to equip my shield.
You can draw your shield and attack as a single action.
Alright. Well, I'm going to take out my shield, and then I'm going to try and stab this guy again.
Okay. I forgot you get shields. All right, cool.
Dragon Knight. That probably doesn't hit.
What is it?
12.
Surprisingly enough, that doesn't hit. You ting off the armor. He kind of grins at you a little bit.
I'm just gonna
My
my shield.
today.
Fade. I need a
Yes, of course.
death save.
Wait for it. Wait for it. It's gonna be that one. Just watch. 11.
11.
You're good.
That's a save. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you're good.
That brings us to the knights. The two that were formerly attacking Fade have now realized that the dude with the big wicked axe is probably more dangerous. So they take swings at you. That's almost definitely going to miss.
If you're all 16 or higher, you'll hit.
17.
You hit.
All right, and the second attack is a hit. Third attack is a nat 20. Fourth attack. What's your armor class?
16.
Yep, all four of them hit. You take, because you're raging, right?
So I am.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 25 is what the half damage would be.
Ouch. Okay.
That's
We're
fine.
good. We're good.
I got HP for this.
And then the final one takes a swing at Elaine. And gets a 2.
Nah.
And then an 8 plus 5 is 13.
Nope.
All right, so 2 swings at Elaine. Elaine dodges deftly out of the way.
Didn't even need the shield.
That brings us to Mama runs over. Mama takes a running leap at the one that Elaine has been attacking. That's what it is. I'm going 25. This is a 20-sided dice. It's not possible. Definitely hits. Yeah, I don't think these guys have amazing strength. Oh, and that's in that one anyway, so it doesn't matter. As she comes over, she barrels into this one, knocks him prone. What's damage did I do again? Modified damage is so much fun. And she starts ripping into his shoulder, leaving a big bloody mess there. Avok, the one hitting Elaine, is prone.
2 attacking you.
Yeah, I'm focusing on the guys who dare hit me.
Okay.
So, one attack. That's better. More than that. 21.
Definitely a hit. Go and roll damage.
Alright. Alright. Why? 6 damage.
Hey, 6 damage is 6 damage.
I
Give
could
me, like,
roll
16
higher than that. Second attack. I'm gonna
And he
swing again.
saves on the bleeding effect from your axe. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Alright, that's. Oh, thank God, it's 11. So 11 plus 8, 19.
Another hit. Go and roll damage.
Alright. Not roll 1. Not roll 1. Interestingly enough, I roll the opposite. So that's 17 damage.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So the one in front of you is now starting to bleed. Oh, I should probably. Nope, still good. Starting to bleed again. Again, not looking very good. Kata, you are up. You've got the one that Mama knocked prone, and then the two that are fighting Avok right now.
One I beat the crap out of.
Yeah, almost took the half elf in one turn. So, what would you like to do?
Can I go over to Fade, take the bonus action to go back into my regular form, and then cast Cure Wounds at second level.
Okay.
Yay.
Go ahead and roll the healing.
Okay.
You guys watch as one of the cats in front of you moves over to Fade and starts to kind of nuzzle him with her nose, and then all at once you see the creature start to morph and change, and from the creature you see this kind of graceful but pharaoh-looking woman who places her hand on Fade, and
That's a good
Fade,
one.
you instantly feel a rush of healing energy run through you that's very different from what you felt before, because you've never actually felt nature magic.
Sorry.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good. 7
All right.
HP, back to you, Fade.
Thanks for life.
Hey, back
Elaine,
out. That's what matters.
you're up again.
Oh,
You've got a
okay.
friend on the ground in front of you.
Oh man, I'm just gonna make his day. Oh, he's prone. I get advantage on the attacks? So what, do I get advantage or?
You do. Melee attacks have advantage against prone targets. It's one of the nice things about that.
Yeah. Good. Very good. I don't know why I keep rolling this dice. I can't read white on yellow at all. 25.
Again, another hit. It's weird.
Oh.
Roll damage.
Attack. Ooh. That, not so ooh. Not, 13.
13's still good. All right, it's breeding. Wow, this turned into a horror game.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna put the
Bleeding
string in, man.
rather heavily. I'm not even sure what heavy breeding means. Bleeding
I think
rather
solid
heavily
now.
right now. Anything else you want to do? You still have a bonus action to do roguey type stuff.
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna leave my shield on, so.
All right, Fade.
I'm going to reach down and try to just melt this guy's body
Okay.
with an inflict wounds.
Is this the?
This is the touch one.
No. I'm asking the one that Avok's already hurt a little bit, or one that's pristine.
The Kurt one.
Okay.
So 14 to hit, which isn't going to do it.
Sorry.
I'm all set. Oh, he's on the ground. I'm going to step back.
Okay,
Yeah.
he can still get an opportunity attack against you.
Is it a disadvantage or no?
It is a disadvantage.
I'll take those odds.
However, the two others that are on you would get regular opportunity attacks.
There's two more? I thought there was one more. Alright, I'll stay there and get killed again.
There's
I'm
one on
good.
the ground, and then there's two that are attacking Abok. So.
I'm good. Let's do it.
All right, so that brings us to those guys. Seeing you reach out, the one that you attempted to reach out with, actually, he has a very large cat on him. He stands up and tries to take a swing at the cat, and misses gracefully. And then he takes another swing at the cat. And that time he hits. So he takes another swing at Mama, and another pretty deep gash. You can see that her breathing is starting to become a little more labored. She's starting to bleed a little bit under her fur. There are specks of red in it, but she's still upright. The other two... One's going to take a swing at Fade. They seem to not be as coordinated as before. But at 21...
Yes, I fall down.
And then turns around to try to take a swing at Avok. And that's only going to be a 15.
This is.
Alright. The other one tries to take a swing at you. That's a nat 20. And a 19. So 15 total damage from both of those hits. That's halved already.
I figured.
And that ends their turn. Mama is angry.
She would like to rage.
An angle off.
So after getting another cut into her fur, she kind of growls in anger, leaps on the Eladrin, and again rips out the Eladrin's neck. And then you see her kind of back up a little bit, not so much as retreating as it looks like she's lining up her next shot. And that ends her turn. Avok!
Okay. Bastard who critted me. He is gonna pay for that.
Go for it.
Alright, nice. So 22 to hit.
Definitely.
Okay, 15 damage on the first. And second attack is 22 again.
Go for it.
Alright. 11 damage.
Alright, he is bleeding very, very heavily. Wow. But not from your axe. That brings us to Kate.
Right.
Kate, sorry.
That's okay. I forget, did you roll damage for the attack on Faye? Because I think you said...
Oh, he didn't have enough... I use average damage for the monsters because it speeds up, so he's unconscious.
Okay. I'm gonna use another Cure Wounds on him then.
Alright.
Aww.
Who's gonna get up?
It's nice to have somebody else that heals, isn't it?
Incredible. Like, I'm actually mildly in this fight, even though I'm missing.
So how many hit points does he get, Kate?
Let's see. 6. This is
Thank you.
bronze level.
Alright. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Cool. Elaine, the friend you had before is now a meal. One of
Oh,
the guys next to Avok is looking really, really bad. The other one looks pristine. What would you like to do?
no, we're gonna stab the pristine one. Okay.
That's confidence. I like it.
That's in that one.
So that misses. Anything else you want to do with your roguey self? Roguey Dragon Knighty self?
Guess I'll put my shield away and take a swing with my short sword.
Go for it.
And try not to roll another nat one. Okay, it's not a 1 for the short sword. 15?
15 ting off of his armor. He kind of looks back and spits at you. For some bizarre reason, these Eladrin don't like you. It's weird.
I know. It's like.
It's like they feel like you're an abomination in society or something. It's weird.
What have I ever done?
Anything else
besides existing? No, that's it.
Fade, you are conscious again.
I stand up and then I take a dive to land on top of the non-pristine one and try to vampiric hug him.
Okay. It's more of a vampiric.
Well, no, I shouldn't have had advantage, so I'll
okay.
just
Sorry.
take the lower one.
He rolled a 46.
That's not right.
That's
So,
not
yeah,
15
so
plus
hold
seven.
on. 26 to hit.
Yeah, definitely a hit. Go and roll damage.
Damage is going to be 3d6, which comes out to 12, and then I'm going to channel my divinity to throw another 15 on there to
Damn.
make it 27, so I get half of that back. So I heal for 13 and deal 27.
So you guys watch as Fade glomps the Eladrin on the ground. And as he comes away, he actually kind of steps away, and you guys can see he's actually lifting this Eladrin in the air and holding him by his neck. And you can watch his skin become old and brittle as you watch Fade's wounds slowly close. And it looks pretty badass.
It's like totally dead.
Totally dead.
I place it down in front of me, look at the other one. I'm not done with him yet.
That's a scary thing to say. It's
This
his
is why
turn.
he's on the team.
Fade, roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
I don't want to.
I think I know what Blade plans to do.
Oh, man.
Intimidation is a weak sauce, though.
I'm gonna have a new friend.
Yeah, we are going to have a new friend. With a 19,
Oh, he
hopefully.
rolled the same thing
19,
both
okay.
times. So that's 19.
He looks freaked out. And, oh god, everybody is around him.
Thaumaturgy, my eyes turn dark purple.
All of you guys make opportunity attacks as he wets himself and runs like a bitch.
Nice!
This bitch is going down.
Everyone?
Everybody's close enough that they can take a swing.
Sweet.
26 to hit.
That's a hit.
15.
That's a miss.
14.
Another miss.
20.
Another miss. All right, so Avok hits him.
16 damage.
All right.
And 20 doesn't hit?
Oh, you have a 20?
Yeah.
Oh, 20 definitely hits.
Yeah, for just 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so he runs away. Terrified of what you guys are doing.
I feel like we shouldn't let him.
Yeah.
No.
Because
How
of
far away?
he gets a full 30 feet, but because of the underbrush, after about a full 60 feet, but because of the underbrush, after about 30 feet, you guys can't really see him anymore.
Okay.
Like he books it.
I'm gonna burn down this forest.
So I
Hide
wasn't joking.
there.
When I look down at the corpse and I make it not a corpse. I make it a zombie.
Okay. Give me a second while I find the correct. I forgot to put sound for this area, even though I've been writing this story for 2 weeks.
Okay, so now it's this weird girl and this weird tiger with us now.
Yeah.
I turn towards them and I go, who are you? Why are you here?
Kata, you do recognize that the one that you healed, that you healed twice, is definitely an Eladrin.
I go to hug her.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. My zombie comes over to hug her.
Oh, God.
Kata, I am thoroughly freaked out at this.
So you can see Kata is very much not reacting well to random clomping.
Just relax with the physical contact thing.
Okay.
So, first, you guys, you see that the other cat that came with her has not changed form or anything like that. It just kind of comes over. It nuzzles your hand, Kata, and then kind of bares its teeth at Fade and growls a little bit.
It is okay. I think they are friends now.
Yeah, we're kind of in the whole boat with the Eladrin hunting us down to kill us and stuff. We kind of came here to find people to help us against the Eladrin.
What race are you, Kata?
Huh?
What's your race?
Oh, I'm a human.
Okay.
You see, again, she has this kind of feral look to her, but you can see she's wearing kind of cheetah print clothing, and you can see there's remnants of dirt and things on her face. Like she looks kind of wild to you guys. As you're standing there, everyone go ahead and give me perception checks.
Okay. So, including me?
Yep, buddy.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
21.
Oh, he's doing good. What was your Zavak?
17.
Okay. And Fade?
So 13.
All right. So, Elaine, with your slightly better than average perceptive abilities, you realize as you guys are talking that you're not alone in the forest. And so you kind of react a little bit before everyone else. The rest of you guys, Avok, you actually kind of are forced to tilt your head back rather suddenly as thump, an arrow strikes just in front of where your head was. And as you look around, you see kind of descending from the trees and things like that, what looks like about half a dozen warriors in leather armor with these green cloaks that are very difficult to see, all aiming longbows at you. Kata, you hear from the voice, "Little one, get away from them. We do not know who they are." You recognize the voice from a recent encounter you and Mama had with some Eladrin, as the woman that tried to talk to you, but you ran away before anything happened. And so you feel a hand on your shoulder, not like grabbing, but kind of guiding you to back away from this group. And from the treetops descends this elven woman who throws back her hood and is looking down her longbow at Fate specifically. And she goes, your allies are dead. Would you care to join them, or would you like to leave?
Do I recognize her?
You do. But she hasn't seen you yet.
I do not wish to join them. I am with them. I stand among them.
She kind of looks
talking.
at you quizzically, and she kind of looks over. You see her face kind of look in shock, and she goes, Avok?
Hey, Saul.
Avok, what are you... And she kind of looks around and sees what she waves, and she comes over. She's, Avok, what are you doing here? I thought you were dead. I heard what happened in Ordinye.
What's faster than I can hear it? It's a long story.
Well, it is not safe here.
Well, yeah, clearly. Unfortunately, we didn't kill all those bastards, so one of them got away, so wherever your village is, let's go.
He didn't make it far.
Oh.
However, the Eladrin patrols are getting quite insistent as of late. Can I assume you have something to do with whatever it is has changed the Eladrin recently?
Well...
She shakes her head. She's like, Avok, when I first met you, I knew there was something different about you. I just didn't quite understand how different. Come with me. We are not safe here. And she turns to you and kind of crouches down a little bit because she's a little bit taller than you, Kate. I just realized when I look at your portrait, none of you guys can tell what I'm looking at. It's different on a table when I can just look at someone, they know who I'm talking to. So she turns to you, Kata, and she goes, Little one, your friend looks hurt. If you come with us, we can attempt to help her and you as well.
Do I trust him? Should I roll an insight check?
Sure, if you'd like to. Go for it.
Yeah. Being all distrustful. She is the total opposite of Allie. 19.
19? Yeah. You don't get the same feeling you do when you look at Eladrin, where they just kind of look mean. She seems, from what you can tell, to be genuine in wanting to help you. However, again, your experience with elves in general has been less than good, so it is
okay.
up to you.
Okay, but one wrong move, then I will attack.
And she kind of she backs up a little bit. She's like, "All right, we're not here to hurt you. She kind of points down to the bodies on the ground. She goes, "We are not Eladrin. They have treated us as poorly as they have treated you. We are slaves to them. However, this conversation is best left to another time. Come with me." And she starts going off. You see she nods to a few of the elves that had come with her. And just as quickly as they kind of descended from the trees, they disappear into the treetops again. She turns to the rest of you and she goes, Normally, we found that traveling on the jungle floor is, let's say it's less than safe. It's slightly more difficult, but we tend to travel through the trees. If you need assistance, one of my men can help you. If you feel that you can travel on your own, you are welcome as well. What say you?
So
It shouldn't be hard at all.
Okay. Avok?
Like I said before, so you know me. I don't read help.
Avok, this would be a long day. You, Eladrin, and she becomes much more serious. Will you require assistance going through the treetops? It is very intricate work.
I won't, but he might, as the zombie picks up a great axe.
And she kind of
yeah.
she looks at what you did. She goes, "You You reanimate the dead. You desecrate their bodies.
Do you think he deserved more?
And you see her make a sign on herself that you've never seen before. She goes, I guess we cannot choose our allies as particularly as we would like. Come with me. And you see her kind of almost just walk directly up the trees. The rest of you guys, I need dexterity acrobatics checks. Fade, you'll need to make one for Mr. Stinky.
Oh boy.
No.
He will have an aide helping him, so he can do it with advantage.
All right.
Anyone else that wants elven aid can take that, and they get advantage on their checks.
That will
See,
be
Elaine.
Because my dex isn't as high as I would like.
Nice. So, Avok, what you got?
Man.
21.
You're absolutely fine, Elaine.
See, Elaine wouldn't want help, but I kind of rolled a 1.
So, Elaine, you guys, you
Natural
watch
20.
Avok just like use his axe and just like hoist himself up into the treetops and disappear. Elaine tries to do the same thing with his dagger and misses the tree, and just kind of
You think I
sheepishly
would've
stands there
learned?
for a little bit. Fade, what you got?
I got this.
17.
Okay, and what did your zombie friend get?
At 20.
Really? Are you serious?
The zombie just sits there and goes.
And
So
then try
really
-2.
You got a what?
20 minus 2, he got it.
Oh, okay.
For the zombie.
Mama has no problem
That's
getting
right.
up into the trees.
Yeah.
Even being a cheetah, it's a cheetah that lives in the jungle. It learned how to climb trees. And Kata gets up there. Elaine, you're just kind of standing there sheepishly. Go ahead and roll one more check.
I'm gonna try it. I can't get it.
You dexterity-based class you.
I can't dexterity at all. That's a 15 that time.
All right, much better. You get up there. As you guys get in, as you guys are climbing the trees, you notice that the branches and overgrowth are incredibly thick, and every so often you kind of lose your way. But then you'll see a hand just kind of appear out of nowhere and pull you into the next area. And eventually you guys get to kind of a mid-level, and you see vines and things like that specifically arranged to make travel very, very quick and very easy without ever having to touch the ground. You guys see a few of the elves in front of you just kind of hand you vines and then swing and start going. And you guys kind of climb through this canopy layer without too much difficulty. You still can't see the sun or anything like that because the top of the canopy is still relatively thick, but enough light shines through that you have no problem seeing. And after traveling for about an hour through this treetops, going much, much faster than you were before, since you don't have to deal with underbrush, you eventually stop as you come to a rather unique site. This is not something that you remember, Avok, before they lived on the jungle floor and just moved around every couple of months. What you see here is in this part of the canopy, they have built into the trees buildings and hovels and things like that. So you basically have this entire kind of smallish village built directly into the trees here. As you guys get here, the elven woman that brought you here goes, "Welcome to our home. We request," and she turns to you, Fade, "that you keep your more unique practices outside of our home. We do not permit the defiling of the dead."
I take the great axe from the zombie. It falls down dead.
Okay.
Very well.
Yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Uh-oh.
What you done did now?
Apparently. 11.
So as you take the axe from the zombie, you feel kind of a searing pain in your hand as the axe kind of flares with magical energy, and you drop it. Elaine, you have actually dealt with this before, a very long time ago.
Oh,
Fade, being an Eladrin, you know that quite a few of the more military-minded Eladrin will kind of booby trap their rank weapons, so that if someone other than them picks it up, they get a shock.
dicks.
Okay.
The zombie picked up his own weapon, so it didn't matter. He was
Hmm.
dead, but it was still his.
I'd like to take the hand of the zombie, cut it off, and pick up the axe.
The axe is on the forest floor now.
Oh, sorry, One Eye. No help for you. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. All right, so you guys make it in, and she takes you to one of the buildings that's slightly larger than the other ones. You can see in the center of this building they've built a fire pit, and you can see there's actually a clear path to the upper canopy for the smoke to go and everything like that, but nothing here goes above the canopy for fear of attracting things. And she kind of sits you all down. You notice that a few elves come out that are dressed in furs and things like that, and they go over to Mama and place their hands on her, and you watch her wounds slowly kind of close up. Those of you that are damaged, except for Fade, they come over rather quickly and heal you back. When they get to you, they all kind of look towards their leader and give her this quizzical look, and she nods very slowly, and they come over and they heal you as well, Fade. But they seem almost repulsed by it. And again, this is a very new experience for you because you've never felt nature magic before. And at first, like especially when Kata first did it to you, you were kind of repulsed by it just from the fact that that's what you've been kind of taught your entire life. And
Sure.
now that you're experiencing a little bit more, it's still a weird experience for you. So the leader, which I can't remember her name, Avok. What was it?
Her full name is Solania.
Solana.
well, yeah.
What was it? I actually can't hear. I'm having a hard time hearing.
Solanya.
Solana.
Solanya.
Oh, Solania. Okay. So she sits down and she goes, I am Solania. Avok has been in our care before. However, the rest of you, I'm not familiar with. And you, little one, I'm afraid the last time we met was under rather dire circumstances. And she looks directly at Kata. Is this? And she motions to Mama. Is this your friend? Is this your companion?
Oh, you could say that. Yeah, she's been taking care of me for a long time now.
Okay. Well, for the rest of you, Avok, what have you brought here? To be honest, I didn't expect to ever see you again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just had some unfinished business that's still unfinished. But
Oh, we heard exactly what happened in Ordinye. Perhaps the next time you try and take on a high-ranking Eladrin official, you'll think twice.
So, what have I ever been known for thinking about?
Well, that's a valid point. Perhaps that's something you should think about learning. You may live longer.
I've been living by how I do things, so I think I'm good. Anyways, so where do we go? Well, the Eladrin Zephyrin, by the way, that's Faye. He's cool. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the Eladrin decided to go all genocidal on non-Eladrins.
Yes, we've discovered that. It's one of the reasons we moved to the treetops here. Our druids were ingenious enough to be able to build us this home, and when we do move, they can make it seem as if we were never here. But as long as we stay within the treetops, they find it significantly more difficult to find us. We learned that at great cost. Do you know why they have suddenly become genocidal? I mean, they have always thought lowly of us wood elves, but they found uses for us. They didn't want us all dead. They wanted us all enslaved. Now they kill without mercy. Yes?
Elaine, you were saying something?
No, I was just saying lucky.
Well, and she
Being
kind of
her
looks at you. She goes, I cannot know what it was like to live your life, but we have all had horrendous things done to us. I think the suffering we have all experienced creates a bond. The suffering we have experienced at the hands of Eladrin. And she turns towards Fade. She says, I've seen your kind before. You travel with warriors of divine might with terrible power. And you wield energies and magics that decimate. While removing every single attack that we made against your allies, turning your forces into unstoppable nightmares. What has caused you to throw in your lot with these? So you do not speak to me. Your kind has raped, pillaged, and destroyed my entire culture for centuries, and now you do not even have the grace to answer me when I ask you a very simple question. And she turns away in a huff. Avok.
Yeah.
While I've never thought of you as being an incredibly intellectual person, I thought you had standards.
Yeah. Again, it's a long story.
Well, obviously we're not going to be able to get through an entire story right now. How does this sound? Why are you here again?
Well, believe it or not, kind of need your help.
She kind of chuckles, shakes her head. Really? What have you gotten yourself into this time?
Well, let's see. Where do we begin? captured, sent off to kill pirates, stranded on island full of spiders, stranded on island full of dead, also to try to launch him, which was very heavy kill. And nearly assassinated just for doing my job. Yeah. Oh, and joined the resistance, which is growing. Would like you to join. You know.
I'm sorry, resistance? What are you talking about? Resistance against what?
Against the genocidal Druids who are. You
Are you telling me that you hope to fight the Eladrin? The kingdom of the Kael Isles. You just decided that you're going to get a bunch of people together to overthrow the people that rule the world. This is your plan.
Yeah.
Avok, you have come up with some very, very interesting and creative stories in the short time that I've known you, but this one is by far the most entertaining thing you've ever thought of.
Well, to be fair, it's not. I mean, it was my idea to come here, but I didn't start the resistance. Come on.
You mean there are more? More than just you three? Well, 4.
Yeah, bunch of dwarves, humans, rebels, anybody who's not allowed to be. Except, well, and the exception.
Well, that's, So, how would we end up joining this resistance of yours?
Well, good question.
I'm assuming you must have some way to contact them.
We have a method. Out of curiosity, how big is that Elijah outpost?
Well, until recently it was relatively small, maybe 3 or 4 dozen Eladrin were there at any given time. Since the genocide started, there's close to, maybe 100, depending on the time. Any that we slay are replaced within days. They're regularly getting more troops. We've done everything we can to thin their numbers, but nothing seems to work. They are quite literally limitless, it seems.
You're not thinking big enough.
And now you speak. Well, Eladrin, what do you mean? Big enough.
You're thinning their numbers. We need to take them all out at once.
Oh, and I'm certain you have some masterful magic that will let us destroy over 100 Eladrin in one fell swoop. Well, pray tell me of this amazing ability you have to wring destruction on immense levels.
Eladrin are magical beings. We use the weave to our advantage. However, it's unstable. With enough time and enough information, maybe, we can turn them upon themselves. They've seemed to do it to the rest of the world.
Yes, but I've never seen an Eladrin other than you, I've never seen an Eladrin strike down another Eladrin.
You'll see it again when I meet more.
You speak in riddles. You all speak of this impossible thing. I've lived for 80 years. I've never seen anyone be able to stand up against the Eladrin. I have seen the Wood Elves of Kael Isle attempt to band together, and nothing. The Eladrin walk over them. They enslave them. They kill the ones they don't like. How do you see yourself fighting an entire empire?
We have powerful friends.
And I am supposed to be one of them.
That's the plan. If you have the courage.
Hey, shut up.
Eladrin, question not my courage. However, signing on something like this simply seems a fool's errand, something that will end up getting people killed.
So, if we don't do anything, we'll want to anyways.
Who are your current allies? You've mentioned dwarves and men, but I've heard no names that I recognize.
Did we come across anybody that we named? I mean, what's the dwarf captain's name?
No one has ever called him by his name. He's never introduced himself by name. Everybody knows him as the captain. Even when you guys were in port in the Platinum City, everyone just either referred to him as captain. For the people that were on the ship, any Eladrin that referred to him always referred to him as the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, we just know he's the captain of the Dragon's Breath.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me the only ship the Eladrin ever allowed to be captained by a non-Eladrin, and he just miraculously decided to rebel against them? He may be a dwarf, but his blood is Eladrin. We've seen him lay siege to wood elves. We've seen him transport them as slaves. Why would he abandon his keepers?
Well, from what I gather, his keepers decide to abandon him or try to euthanize him.
Well, it certainly would change opinions. This all seems like pie in the sky. You've got one ship.
So far.
Well, what are your other plans? I mean, yes, I have maybe 36 able warriors and close to 50 other members that need food, that need shelter, that are either too old or too weak to fight. I can't abandon them here to be slain by the Eladrin.
There is an island they use as a kind of outpost.
An island. The Eladrin have created outposts and presences on every island that I know of. Are you telling me that they've somehow found one that is invisible? Somehow imperceptible to the Eladrin? They own the waters.
So, yes, there's an island. The legend haven't managed to find it, mostly because it's not an easy traverse. Luckily, the captain can do that. And I don't know what to do about the rest of your village, but right now, this was kind of my plan, so you can understand the short-sightedness of it. But
as
It
the
just-
conversation is going on, Kata,
Yes.
make a perception check.
Okay.
The rest of you guys kind of continue talking. Solonier just doesn't. She doesn't seem like against the idea. She just seems to like not quite understand it, and she seems very worried.
22.
As all this is happening, Kata, you're not quite as invested in this as the rest of them because again, you haven't really known them that long.
Yes.
But as you're sitting there, you start to feel your heart start beating faster. You start to feel a little bit of adrenaline start pumping into your veins. You're trying to figure out why it is that this is happening. And then you recognize the same smell that you awoke to the day before. You smell smoke. The rest of you guys see Kata start to act a little bit strangely and start to look around, sniffing deeply.
I smell smoke.
And
Some
as
sort
she
of fire.
and as she says that, the doorway to the building that you're in bursts open, and another elf walks in with a sword, and you can see what looks like a burn on his shoulder. And he goes, "Mistress, they found us. We're under attack. We must leave now."
Everybody run!
And as Kata says that, you see a flash of energy from behind him, and you see his eyes go stiff, and he hits the ground with a big smoldering wound on his back. And standing behind him, about 50 or so feet away, on another platform, is an Eladrin that looks very, very dangerous. You can see he's holding a very elaborate rapier in his hand. And he seems to be kind of swaying and moving, and you can see his other hand, which is empty, has steam rising from it as if it was very, very hot. And you hear him call out, "So, the traitor has thrown in his lot with these abominations. I shall have a great time wiping you from the face of the planet. You and the rest of these mongrels." And as he does that, you see him extend his hand out, and another burst of flame goes and hits one of the huts and ignites it. "Does Fade want to come out and play? Does your little half-breed want to come out and do something about this?" Face
Do we?
me.
Is there any way we can tell how many of them there are?
You see him, and you see one other, person, Eladrin, standing there, and no one else. The other Eladrin is not only in full plate, but he's definitely not a paladin. This one is. I have to find him. Roll me a history check, Fade. Avok, you can roll a history check as well, because you may have encountered these before.
Huh.
History check. 22.
4.
Avok, you can't remember. Fade, this is an Eldritch Knight.
Oh.
You've seen him before. Fade, make one more history check for the one standing there. Avok,
19.
you would never have seen this. The one that's standing there with the rapier.
With a rapier.
Yes, he's wielding a rapier. It is his rank weapon, though it's relatively low. You're seeing it's a copper rapier. However, seeing his movement and seeing how he kind of holds his blade and everything, you've never actually seen one of these before, because they generally protect very high-ranking, important people. But you get the idea that this is one of the Bladesinger Corps.
Ooh.
There are very few of them because the fighting style that they master is incredibly difficult to master, and are generally only sent out when bad shit is happening.
Okay. Avok, are you ready for this?
Just get the fucker over here.
Elaine, do any of your abilities require speech to activate?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. Well, then I go for the door.
So as you start moving forward, you watch as he kind of makes a motion with his hand, and you see fire start at the tip of his fingers and start rushing over his entire body to the point where he looks like he's just covered in flames, but doesn't seem to be in any pain. And then as you watch him, he flicks his wrist a little bit, and he gets significantly more difficult to see. At one moment he's here, at another moment he's 3 inches to the left, another he's 4 inches taller. And he starts walking very slowly towards you, Fade. And I would love for everyone to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
10.
Fade rolled a 12.
It's better than last time. I think if I remember correctly, he has shit for... He's not purple. Alright, Avok, what you got for me?
20.
Elaine.
27.
Holy crap. I'm gonna roll for Mama.
Yeah, I almost got a net 20 on my initiative.
Fade.
Okay. We got a what?
12.
And
Yeah.
Kata.
10.
Alright, you guys did super, super well.
No less.
First up is going to be Elaine. You are first up. You see, again, you see the Bladesinger standing there, looking very, very menacing and not too much fun. And then right next, probably about 15 feet away from him, you can see the Eldritch Knight, and he's starting to hack into buildings. He's taking swings at some of the civilians that are there. What would you like to do?
How far away are they?
The Bladesinger is about 50 feet away from the front of the building, and I have to do math now. 35. The Eldritch Knight's about 35 feet away.
And I'm able to. Oh no, I wouldn't be able to make it to either of them. Unless I dashed.
Mm-hmm. Which, being
Oh.
a rogue, you have the ability to do that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Don't forget being a rogue.
Yeah, I mean, I suck at being a rogue, but I'm a rogue. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have my shield equipped, and I guess I'll. That one thing I do.
Okay. You ignite your. Are you gonna ignite it or are you gonna dash?
I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
Because I remember how to be a rogue.
So, you going for the knight or the Bladesinger?
I'm gonna go for the Bladesinger.
Okay. As you get close to him, you notice that the closer you get, the hotter you feel, to the point where when you're right next to him, you feel the searing flames erupting from him.
Okay. I have resistance to that.
Okay. What would you like to do?
So wait. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember. So I was able to move 60 feet because of cunning action.
So
Okay, I want to attack him.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Make it with disadvantage because he's really hard to see.
Oh, yeah, whatever that thing is. Huh. Math. Oh crap, I accidentally kind of erased that. 23.
So as you go forward, he's kind of moving, but you sit there, and as you're about to pierce into him, his hand flashes forward, and this shield of arcane energy appears and deflects your dagger away.
Frick. Oh, that's all I can do. That's it.
All right. Next up is going to be Mama, actually. Mama takes a dash at the Eladrin, Blade Singer. And that's not going to hit, and disadvantage isn't going to make that any better. She runs over and she pounces on him, and you notice that he actually catches her teeth on the crossguard of his rapier and just kind of pushes her down. And while she's there, next to him, you see her fur starts to catch on fire, and she cries out in pain just from being near him. Now I have to do math. So she takes a little bit of damage from the flames, but she still looks like she's up and she's ready to fight. That brings us to Avok.
Okay. How far away is the closest? The Blade Singer, I'm assuming, is the closest.
Blade Singer's 50 feet away. The Eldritch Knight is 35 feet away. And right now, the Eldritch Knight seems to be happy just killing civilians. The Blade Singer's not close enough to kill anything right now, other than Elaine.
Gotcha. Alright, well, first I'm going to turn to the soul and... Okay, I'm going to go take care of this. You figure out what you're going to do. Help us, help the people, whatever. Just figure it out fast. Okay? And give her a nice slap on the butt and go towards the Eldritch Knight at 40 feet. So.
As you wander away from her, you notice her cheeks are just the slightest hint of red. As you wander over, the Eldritch Knight looks bad. Just everything about him just looks rough. You can see he's got a couple of scars on him. He's got this long sword and shield that just looks like a wicked combination. And his plate mail itself is shining in the light. What would you like to do?
Plate mail and shield. Oh, jeez, that's what I hate seeing.
He looks like a tough bastard.
That's okay. I'm a tough bastard as well. What?
Alright.
I go to my Frenzy Rage.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Oh, that is my bonus session, so just send twice.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, good start. That's a 27 to hit.
Hold please. I have to actually look.
Hold.
Yeah. You hit. He seems less than pleased that you hit him. Oh, Elaine, I forgot about this when you were there, but you take 10 fire damage.
Resistant to fire.
So that brings it down to 5. But the flames on the Eladrin's body are just intense. Anyway, you do hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on. Hang on.
Math is hard.
2.
Stay in school. Kids.
That's 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, second attack.
Alright.
It's gonna be a, yeah, math is hard. 25.
Math is hard. Yeah, another hit.
Okay. Come on. Go higher than a 2. Fine. Alright. Got it. Dang. That's 4. 12 damage.
All right. Takes both the hits. Doesn't seem to slow him at all.
Okay.
Next up is the Blade Singer, actually.
Hmm.
So he sits there and he looks at you, Elaine, and then he looks at Fade, and he extends his hand out, and this bolt of lightning shoots forward. Elaine and Fade, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
12 for me.
All right, so you fail.
No.
Elaine, you save. Really?
Yes.
Oh, good. This again.
It's 66 or 86?
For what?
For the lightning bolt
Lightning
spell.
bolt.
Okay, let's look up.
I got it. I should know this stuff. I'm the dungeon master.
It's 86.
Yeah.
It's 1d6.
Yeah.
Two more.
Ow.
Fade, you take 26 lightning damage as it courses through your body. You also see Solenye get hit by it and kind of knocked back to the floor. Elaine, you take half of that, unless do you have evasion as a rogue yet?
It's
Not
next level.
yet.
Okay, so yeah, you take half of 25, so that's 12 lightning damage.
Oh no, not next level. It's gonna be 2 levels because I took a level in Dragon Knight,
Oh,
so.
that's right.
All right, so
I'm missing out.
that ends his turn. That brings us to. Wow, it jumps a lot. It goes from 19 to 12. Fade, you're up. You're all sparkly.
I stare at him, and I would like him to make a Constitution saving throw. The number to beat is 15.
The one stat I didn't look at. Oh, Blade Singer's totally like super icon. You're like the greatest thing ever. What spell is this that you're using?
Blindness.
Nat 20.
Oh.
So you sit there and you concentrate and you can feel the power of the Dark Lady flowing through you, and you see him just shake his head and wave it off.
I will then get frustrated, put my hand towards Avok, and give him a Shield of Faith, which will add 2 to his armor class.
So Avok, you see what Fate does, and then you see that your skin itself starts to glow a little bit, and you can see this kind of spiritual armor form around you out of a deep indigo. And you look really
And
good.
I will stay as far away as I can.
Okay.
And I'll maybe move so I'm not in line with anyone else.
Okay. You move away. Theoretically, you can't move to the point where you're not in a line with anyone because the shortest distance between 2 points is a line, but make it slightly more difficult.
I'm done.
Gotcha. Next up is going to be Kate.
Alright, would a 20-foot cube be able to catch both the Blade Singer and the Eldritch Knight without getting anyone else?
You would, bare minimum, you'd hit Elaine.
Darn it.
Just because he's right next to the Blade Singer and kind of in between the Blade Singer and where the Eldritch Knight is. So either you'd have to hit Elaine, Mama, or Avok to get both of them. You can hit one just fine.
Sure, I'll Erupting Earth on the Eldritch Knight.
On the Eldritch Knight? Okay. What do I do for that? I'm not familiar with that spell.
It's a Dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
DC 15? Awesome. Let me actually look to see what his dex is, because I can't remember. Dude in plate mail obviously has a massive dex.
I take I have to roll for this as well.
I'm assuming she did it in a way that you don't. Theoretically, it's really weird to use it this high off the ground, but
Oh.
no, that's fine. It's still an offensive spell. You basically it's
I
erupting
choose the
tree.
point I can see on the ground within range.
The ground is close to about 30 or 40 feet below you, so and you can't really see it where you are. But I'm fine with you
I'll
using
go
it
on the
up here.
ground.
I'm fine with you using it up here though. So
Okay.
he failed his saving throw. Go ahead and
21 bludgeoning damage.
damn. He is you're not invited to his birthday party anymore. So you guys watch as Kate kind of concentrates, and the tree that you're on, Avok, starts to shake and rumble. And you kind of hold your footing without too much problem. But you watch the branch underneath this guy just shakes wildly, and he jumps up and he hits the ground. And as he hits the ground, it almost looks like the tree comes up and just keeps slamming him over and over again. He gets up. You can see blood running down his chin. You can see his lip is split. Blood is coming out of his nose. He looks rough, but still ready to fight. And so he actually turns to you. Because it's unless Kata, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I'd like to move down to the ground, and as a bonus action, I'd like to turn to a cheetah.
The ground, like I said, is about 30 feet straight down. Like you guys are in this kind of tree city, so getting to the ground isn't something you can do.
Okay.
Because if you were to get down there, you wouldn't be able to see what's going on up here. So.
Okay, yeah.
You can still turn into a cheetah, though.
I'll start making my way down, but not turn into a cheetah.
Okay. If you're on the ground, you won't be able to see, you won't have line of sight to anyone up here. Just consider it as like you guys are on the second floor. If you went down to the bottom floor, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Are you still going cheetah or no?
No.
Okay, cool. Now it's his turn. And I can't remember what he can do. So I
Nothing.
look.
Skip a turn.
No, that's the sniper. I'm not using the sniper. Yeah, he's just gonna take 2 swings at you, Avok. Actually, he's gonna start with just one. Oh damn! Yeah, does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
You watch him. Oh, he can't do. Well, no, he can. Yeah, you watch him sit there and he waves his hands a little bit, and you watch him just blink out of existence. And appear right behind a lane.
Oh.
Was it Misty Step?
Very possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And,
Oh god.
I don't know,
Takes a
but
swing
I
at
would.
Uncanny dodge. Oh yeah, that'll hit, yeah.
That is 7 slashing damage as he just
Okay.
connects with you.
That'll be 3 damage then.
And now you have people in front of you and people behind you.
It's a party over here.
It is, man.
Oh man.
All right. That brings us back up to the top, which I believe is Elaine.
So I got this really mean looking blade dancer in front of me, this mean looking Eldritch Knight behind me.
Yeah. You were having the best time ever.
Yeah, I'm so popular today. I'm gonna... No. I'm gonna stab the Blade Dancer again.
Go for it. Again with disadvantage, if you please.
Well, it's probably not going to hit.
Keep that optimism.
The first one was great. Oh, okay. Why? 13.
Again, as it comes in, he actually takes his rapier and just deflects it away and kind of spits at you. This seems to be a theme with the last.
I'm tired of the spit. I'm gonna cunning action and disengage and kind of walk back towards where Avok and them are.
Okay.
Get out of range.
As you're running away, both of them try and take swipes at you, but you very nimbly, just without even thinking, move out of their reach very, very quickly, and you're able to make it. You can make it to Avok. You can technically make it almost all the way back to Fade. You'd be like 10 feet short, I think. No, 20 feet short.
No, I won't run all the way back there.
Okay. Next up, Mama. Mama's not liking this guy. She's got issues with him. Mama rolls a natural 1. Mama ain't doing nothing right now. So she tries to take a bite, fails, and then as she's sitting there, more of her fur catches on fire. And you hear her howl out in even more pain. You can start seeing there's blackened portions of her skin, kind of like what you saw the day before, but she's still up and raring to go. That brings us to Avok. What would you like to do?
Okay, where'd the Eldritch Knight go? Because I kind of got distracted by a lot of things.
He's
over by the blade.
Next to the Blade Singer and tried to kill Elaine. So he's about 10 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, don't walk away from me.
Okay.
Yep. So 3 attacks are coming his way.
Go for it.
First one is 24 for the first one.
So as you come over and you start swinging, he raises his shield, and from it, a mystical, arcane field hits, and you hit it, and it's deflected away.
Son of a bitch. This guy's got added AC. Okay. Let's try this again. Come on. Fudge 20.
Ching!
Alright. 4 times the charm, please. That's much better. 27.
That one makes it through.
There we go.
One roll damage.
Alright. Let's get the low numbers today. 1, 2, 4, 11.
As you sit there and your first attack hits the shield and gets deflected off, you get more angry. Second one, he just kind of steps out of the way and you hit the tree beneath him, and he kind of smirks at you. Without thinking, you flip the axe blade around and just bring it up, bisecting him from his nether region all the way up to his head, and he falls down in 2 separate pieces.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the Blade Singer's turn now.
I'm at it, bro.
And he is less than thrilled about what is going on here. And that's what he's gonna do. You watch the Blade Singer kind of swing his blade as he keeps moving around in this very intricate pattern. He traces his finger along the blade, and it erupts in green flame. He looks at the large cat near him and he goes, "Who lets this disgusting creature near me? I believe I should end it." And he plunges his sword into Mama. And we're about to see if he can actually roll high enough to hit Mama.
All archers such pompous asses?
Yes.
He does. And he does a total of... What is he? Yeah, we're gonna do this. That's 4, 12, 18 plus 3 brings it to 21. Sorry, this is complicated, and they put it on 2 different sheets, so I have to look at 2 different things to get to work. So now I have to go here. He plunges his sword into Mama, and she cries out in pain as he takes it off. Part of the wound is cauterized, but you can see just gallons, it looks like, of blood just pouring out of her. She's very, very weak. You can see her eyes are becoming significantly more unfocused. Avok, as you're standing there, you watch as he takes it out. Part of the flame jumps over and hits you for 16 fire damage.
Baskets. I can't have that.
And he goes back to kind of dancing and preparing himself for another attack. That brings us to Fade.
Avok, how bad do you look?
I'm at 60 HP. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, he's super, super hurt.
Another con save from the Blade Singer. Try that again.
All right. Makes it just barely.
I would like a spiritual mace to appear next to him and start swinging at him.
All right, make an attack roll.
I cannot do that because that's 2 spells. Never mind. I'm done.
Oh wait, yeah, never mind. That brings
See,
us
I'm learning.
to Kata.
Okay. How far away is Mama?
Currently, she is, math is hard, 45 feet away.
Darn it. Must dash. I'm going to dash and get between her and the Blade Singer.
Okay.
Alright.
She's right up next to him, so you can't technically get in between them, but you can get right next to her without any difficulty.
Yeah, right next to her.
Okay. As you run over, anything else you want to do with your turn?
Now I'm going to turn into a cheetah.
Okay, cool. So you guys watch Kata kind of run over, and as she is, you watch her slowly start to fall down onto all fours and keep running, and then you see the cheetah pattern form on her skin, and then fur sprouts out, and by the time she gets over to the Blade Singer, she's in full cheetah mode, baring her fangs. As you get there, though, you notice that being next to him, he's extremely hot. Just waves of heat are flowing from him. And you take 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that brings us to the Night Gurgles, because he's dead in 2 pieces. Elaine! You're a little bit further away.
Yeah, it won't take much to get back to him, though.
Oh, not at all. You can definitely get back there if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run back over.
Okay.
And now that I'm not surrounded by enemies,
Yeah.
to try and hit him. Try and hit him.
All right.
And hopefully not miss. Okay, that's better than what I was rolling. It's a 19.
Disadvantage.
Oh, frick you, Jody.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay. I forgot what I rolled. What did I say first? Whatever I said first.
19?
19. So as you do that, again, his hand extends, and ching, a shield of arcane energy appeals in front of him, and your dagger bounces off of it. He spits at you again. You're not sure if this is part of, like, the components of the spell or not. It just seems to always happen when you're near. It's weird.
Dadgummit. That's it.
All right. Mama's gonna try again. Now that she has Kata near her, she's gonna try one more time to try and bite this guy. That might actually hit. That would not. So again, she bites and it doesn't quite work. She kind of readies herself, but she's breathing really, really heavy. Her remaining fur starts to ignite. Math is hard. You see more wounds appear on Mama as she's just taking more and more damage. It's becoming more and more difficult for her to keep herself upright, and there's a small pool of blood that's forming below her that's dripping to the floor below. Avok!
Alright. Going up to the Blaze Singer.
Okay, stop burning the kitty.
I'm gonna hit him 3 times.
Go for it. Disadvantage.
I'm at... Nice.
Yeah, disadvantage on all of them.
Alright, let's see. 16 for the first one.
Miss parries it out of the way with his rapier.
I hate you, Jody. You disadvantage. I rolled like that 20.
Sorry.
That's how mine was.
22.
It interacts with the shield that he's put up and is deflected away.
Son of a bitch. Come on, high rolls. This might actually work. Hang on. 24.
Ties. So that means it hits.
Okay.
He's not quite good enough to have the same armor as his Eldritch Knight buddy.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Hang on. 1, 2, 4. 15 damage.
Alright. Here. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
That's it.
You take 10 fire damage from the flames that are just all over his body. And
Yeah.
let's see what happens here. Shit.
This might simple.
I gotta look to see what this actually is, because you may have done something naughty.
When have I ever not done?
So as you hit him, you notice that the blurred form that he was slowly coalesces, and now he's much easier to see.
Oh, that's much.
I was using blur the entire time.
However, it is his turn,
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
and he looks rather pissed.
Huh?
Has he met me?
I have to see this. Give me a second here. Well, I know what the spell is, but I gotta find out when he casts it at a really high level.
Oh, no.
Oh, did he make a save on the wounding effect of my axe?
He hasn't yet. He will in just a second.
Okay, take it down.
4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see the wound. He's got a nat 20 on that. He's fine. He sits there, and after you hit him, he kind of he looks offended massively, And so he extends his hand with his fingers splayed, and you see this wave of fire erupt from him. And I need Avok, Elaine, Kate, and Mama to all make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, danger sense. Get me out of this.
It's like, no, Electra,
I
not
fail.
look offended.
That's a 5.
I don't know.
All right.
That's 15.
Okay. Avok
That's-
saves.
That's math. Okay, yeah, I rolled a 17 naturally,
Yeah.
so.
DC 15. Both Kata and Mama failed. So.
No.
Really?
Stop rolling.
27. So, Kata, you take 27 fire damage.
Okay, yay. From 42 is that equal?
Say that one more time.
42, what does that equal?
Oh. 7 moves down
You're
to
asking the wrong
45,
people.
25, 15.
Okay.
Avok and Elaine, you guys take half of that, so that's 13 fire damage.
Can I take half of that and half of that since I'm resistant to fire?
You would?
Awesome! So, 13, half, 6, okay.
Starting to realize maybe I should have used a different one, but that's fine. However, as the flames go out, you see they hit Mama full force. And you see large patches of fur get burned away, and she hits the ground unmoving. And as he does that, the Eladrin goes, "Pitiful mongrel."
Yeah, I go to him. You're gonna pay for hurting the kitty.
That brings us to Fade.
Well, I will run up and try to heal the cat.
The cat is 45 feet away.
So I won't. Then I will instead do something else. I'll stay where I am and shoot a chill touch at the big daddy.
All right. Not with disadvantage now because you can see.
Huzzah!
So I rolled a 2 on my con check.
16?
Does not hit. You definitely
Oh,
moves out
good.
of the way. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Did you want to move any closer at all, or?
Nope.
Gotcha. That brings us to Kate. Or Kata.
Okay, yeah. At the bonus action, I go back to human form, and I'm going to use Cure Wounds at 3rd level on Mama.
Okay. As you get close enough to use the Cure Wounds, you realize that she's not breathing. And it's been a long time since you've tried to take the pain away from something that wasn't breathing, but it's never worked before. So you're welcome to continue doing it. You don't know if it's going to have any effect on it right now, but your previous knowledge would tell you that. You can still do it. Mechanics-wise, it's going to involve rolling. It's not technically going to work the way it normally does. And I can't really tell you what it's going to do unless you do it. So it's entirely up to you. You can decide to focus on the dude there. You can decide to attempt to cure wounds her. What would you like to do?
I'm going to Moonbeam the Blade Cinder.
Okay.
Alright. Since
If you'd like,
the area is not high enough for call lightning.
if you want to call lightning, I'm fine with that. You'll create some clouds there.
Okay.
Okay. Is that a dex save for me?
Yes it is.
Okay. What's your spell save? Is 15, right?
Yes.
Does a 4 save?
No, it does not.
Roll damage for me.
Okay. Oh, darn it. 12.
Hey, that's still damage.
Yeah, true.
You can see as you see Kata just has this rage building inside of her. And she extends her hand up. You guys see the canopy above you starts to darken. You can see these storm clouds forming miraculously below the level of the trees. And then she just brings her hand down, and this bolt of lightning strikes the Blade Singer. You can see he gets hit with it. He swoons for a little bit. You can see he's bleeding and just looks pretty damn rough. That brings us to the Knight's Dead. Elaine. Oh, Kata, while you're standing there, you take 10 points of fire damage.
How close to an edge are we?
You guys are basically kind of on like a platform where there really isn't a ledge per se. Like, to get him to a point where he could fall to the ground below, you'd have to move him probably close to 20 feet.
Dang. Why am I not level 3?
However, he's not blurred anymore. I mean, that's a big advantage. Or
Yeah.
rather, it's not disadvantage.
Yeah. I guess I'll try and stab him again.
Go for it. Make me an attack roll.
Dadgummit. I can't roll attacks worth crap with a 13.
Ching blocks it with his rapier.
So upset. I'm gonna put my shield away and attack with my short sword.
Go for it.
Nope.
Ching. Another one blocked.
I'm done. That's it.
Mom is gone, unfortunately. Avok.
Alright. 3 attacks, not disadvantage this time.
Yep, you are 100% right about that.
Good. 19 to hit.
19 just barely hits. Roll damage.
Nice. What? God damn it. 9 damage on the first hit.
All right. He's now bleeding rather heavily, and the wound itself, you can see, is not closing the way a normal wound would.
That's what I like to hear. Second attack incoming. Shoot. 18.
That's a miss.
Alright, third attack. Much better. One off from where I would have loved it to be, but regardless. That's a 27.
It's actually too high, so roll damage.
Alright. Okay, let it do. Hang on. 13 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright. Pretty much, I just want to like cleave right into him where he's like stuck on my axe like a little rag doll. I'm like, okay, bring him forward like I usually do with all my victims. Oh sure.
Don't ever. Fuck. No, actually, forget. You're going to pay for this. This is what you get for fucking with my friends. This is a nice greeting from an assistant.
And I do a little swinging around, and then as I stop, he like comes undone and like splats against the big tree.
Okay. So you guys watch Avok, full of rage, takes one swing at him and cuts through him really deep. And the Eladrin is sitting there just fuming with rage. The second one comes down and the Eladrin just blocks it and throws it away, leaving himself wide open. The third time, Eladrin just shoves the front of his axe into him, and it digs deep in, and he slowly lifts the Eladrin up. You can see his feet dangling at the floor, and he brings him right up to his face. He goes, "You don't fuck with my friends." And then goes, boom. And the body itself goes end over end, splats against the tree, and then falls to the floor below.
That's better.
As that happens, you notice that Kata seems very distraught with what's happened to Mama. What would you guys like to do?
Can I do like a medicine check to see if she's still alive?
Go ahead, roll me a medicine check.
I'm gonna yell out for Solania.
Solo!
I'd like to help her.
Okay.
$15.
15. So as you look at her, it looks like the combination of the burning hands and being right next to a source of fire that just continually kept burning her. She's not breathing. Solonier comes out and she's limping rather heavily. She has another person helping her out, coming over, and she kind of sees what's happening and she kind of bows her head a little bit, and then comes over to Avok. Yes?
Does any of your people know how to deal with the...
I hope you realize when you do that, I can't actually hear what you're saying, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, do it the other way.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you
Yeah,
blocked
just-
the mic off. I'm like, I got nothing, dude.
So, let
No,
me try it again.
I know what you're saying. She
Okay.
turns to the person holding her, and she goes, quickly, go get Ornak. And as he walks away, you watch her kind of collapse down to her knees.
Well, I catch her. It's like,
Okay. Another few seconds pass, and this very old woman wanders over with this gnarled staff kind of supporting her. And she comes over and puts her hand on Mama and kind of concentrates. And then she turns to the rest of you. This is... She has already left our world, and the Dark Lady has taken her. I can attempt to bring her back, but this is not something I can do alone. It requires sacrifices. Who among you would be willing to aid in this ritual?
Faye,
Alright.
you're good
Avok.
with this stuff. Why'd you help?
Avok's there. Anyone else volunteering?
Is this down on the ground or up in the trees yet?
This is still up in the trees.
Okay, I'll go over there.
Okay.
I'll take a roundabout way by the blade singer's body.
Okay. Anyone else? There needs to be, and then Kata. All right. So, doing some things slightly unfamiliar to you, Fade, she kind of brings you over, and she lays her hand on Mama. And you three, all the lights wink out instantly. And you all find yourself standing in an empty area, in an area of light, surrounded by darkness. Fade, you are very familiar with this place. Avok, something about this seems familiar, but you can't tell why. Kata, you have no idea what's going on. As you look around, you can see the darkness isn't just darkness around you. It almost seems to be moving. You can hear slight whispers every so often in your ear of a language you've never heard. As the woman in the center, she seems almost oblivious to the place that she's in. Her eyes are closed. Her hand is on Mama. Avok, what do you bring to this ritual?
And sheathe my great sword that has been with me for a very long time.
Okay. You place it on the ground in front of you. Make me an athletics check.
This way. Nice. 24.
So as you sit there and as you pull it out, you hold it in your hands, and the air around your hands and your arms begins to thicken to the point where now it feels, as you start to move it forward, now it feels like you're trying to push it through water. And then as you get it lower, it feels like tar. And as you get lower, it feels like you're actually moving through solid rock trying to place this down. You can feel the connection that you have to this. And it's very, very difficult for you to give away something that has meant so much to you for so long. But you place it on the ground, finally, beads of sweat just dripping down from you. The most difficult thing you've ever done. And you take it away, and the darkness itself reaches out. A black hand goes, grips the hilt of it, and takes it away. Fade, what do you bring to this ritual?
I kneel and then unlatch my light hammer, which I've trained very hard to get, and I place it on the ground.
Okay. Make me a wisdom check.
Actually, an 8.
All right. So as you sit there with your rank weapon in hand, you place it on the ground in front of you, bowing your head on one knee, whispering words to the Dark Lady, asking her to accept your offering. And something that you haven't experienced yet happens. Nothing. You don't feel a rebuke. You don't feel the warmth you felt before. Nothing. And the lighthammer stays there. Kata, what do you bring to this ritual?
I think very hard. And I take off my spear to offer.
I'm sorry, you take off your what?
My spear.
Your spear? Okay. So you guys see Kata take out this spear. It's not like the ones that you guys have seen kind of mass-produced stuff like this one. It's got a stone tip to it. It's obviously been well worn. You can see the grips on it where her hands have been.
Please come back, Mama.
Go and make me a wisdom check.
Okay. 10.
Okay. So you sit there, and as you kind of focus on the spear and you plead with whatever being is out there, you don't really feel a whole lot. You've got whatever's happening there. And then suddenly, in a very bizarre feeling that you really can't describe, you feel something land on your shoulder. And as you sit there kind of concentrating on it, you feel 5 fingers. And you feel kind of a warmth going through your body. And then as you kind of open your eyes, you notice that the spear that you put down is no longer there. Now I have to do math. Okay. So as you guys sit there in silence, I throw the dice on the floor. Like that, it vanishes. You look around in the same place you were before. Avok, your sword is nowhere to be seen. Kate, your spear doesn't exist. Fade, your light hammer is on the floor in front of you. And you can see the woman holding her hand there. Takes it away. As you look at Mama, nothing seems to be happening. And then suddenly you watch her chest rise. And she kind of shakes her head a little bit, growls, lets out kind of a roar, and gets into Kata, something you've seen very much before, kind of a defensive posture. And gets ready to start lashing out at all the creatures that are around her. And then she kind of sees you and settles a little bit and then collapses on the floor. She seems very weak, but alive.
Thank you.
And the old woman kind of gets up, using her staff, goes, "I was glad to be of service." And she turns to you, Fade, and she goes, "You? There's something different about you. I felt it during the ritual. Who are you?"
No one important. But my name is Fade. Formerly a servant of the Eldrin Council of One.
And whom do you serve now?
One who I cannot name.
And she kind of looks at you and gives a bit of a knowing look and then walks away. Solenye comes back. Or no, she's standing next to Avok. She kind of looks at you and she goes, "What is it? You look different somehow." Anyway, and she slowly gets to her feet and walks over to Fade. And she drops down to her knees because she's still very, very weak. And she goes, You're a bit of an anomaly. I've never seen an Eladrin who would do anything to help anyone but an Eladrin, much less a beast. You've won my trust today."
I nod.
Well, certainly started something here. I had hoped that they wouldn't catch on to our new hiding place for months, if not years. The fact that they found us so quickly means this island is no longer safe. So it seems that I really have no choice in the matter. Evok, if you would allow me to speak with this captain of yours, very much like to discuss the possibility of my people joining you. Besides, you just killed the high-ranking official that was leading all these raids. There's not a whole lot for me to do here anymore.
I'm just happy to.
Solonier turns to Kata and goes, Little one, your companion here, she won't be able to travel with you for quite some time. She was ripped back from the gates of death. Won't need much time to recover. She's done us a service by helping to protect my people. So I'm willing to help her heal. But if you wish to stay with her, you will have to join us, for we won't stay here any longer.
I turn to Mama. Is it okay if you stay and guide the people of this tribe? It is clear that I need to be stronger. And so I turn to the heroes. If you would allow me to travel with you, it would be an honor.
Why not? By the way, we never really got your name.
Oh. You may call me Kata, or just Kat for short.
Alright. Where's my cat? Anyways, Cat, and you probably already know since it's been tossed around. I'm Avok, this is Fade, that's Lane, and that's all. That's all my turn.
No freaking long.
Alright. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before calling your ship back?
Like, totally,
Absolutely.
loot those bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do they have anything interesting on them?
Please don't
Like-
have money.
To look at them.
The Eldritch Knight has a longsword, which is a rank weapon. So it's just kind of a standard magic longsword. +1 longsword. The Blade Singer, as you guys go to start looking through his stuff, the rapier itself starts to become very, very brittle, and then breaks and disappears. And you notice that the Blade Singer itself, you can see little bits of smoke start rising off of it as the body starts to kind of ignite with a fire that doesn't produce any heat, and the body itself burns away to ash.
This is new.
They can't use long swords.
Okay,
So all we got
does
from
that
this is
always
the
happen to your high-ranking buddies?
Well, I'll take it. I'll take this longsword for at very least to try to get the jump on him next time.
Okay. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I use dispel magic before picking it up due to my experience with the last thing?
I can let you do that.
Oh wait, no, that would nullify its power though. I'll just do the save. It's fine.
Well, magic weapons are not destroyed by dispel magic.
Okay.
Spells are. So as you sit there and you
I'll burn
cast
that
dispel
spot.
magic, you pick it up. Again, not a remarkable weapon. You look at the pommel, and again, copper. It's a copper inlaid longsword, but still magic longsword, kind of cool.
Moving up.
Yeah, actually, that's a huge upgrade
Yep.
from a. What were you? I think you were an Electrum.
Electrum Lighthammer.
Yeah, that's a huge upgrade.
Are these guys carrying any money at all?
What?
Money?
You don't find any actual money on him. You do find a fair amount of jewelry that just a passing glance at it,
Chinese?
you get is probably worth close to 250 gold. If you can
I'll
find
totally
it
hang
by
on to that.
I don't think it is. I'm tired of being broke.
Totally hanging on to that.
You're very familiar with the fact that high-ranking ladrons tend to like to show off their wealth.
Sure.
So yeah, you were expecting some sort of. You notice that like the armor he was wearing, which is relatively mundane, didn't burn away. The items he was carrying, you guys do find 2 potions of healing on him.
Ooh, potions?
And a potion of greater healing.
Whoa!
Which he didn't quite get a chance because you guys only hit him once and then killed him.
Right. We tend to do that.
You only had 45 hit points.
Hmm.
That core up, this would have been a different fight.
I'd be interested in taking that armor just to give to One Eye to help the cause.
Yeah, sure. It's well. This is very very well made, studded leather armor. So.
Ooh, right. What's your AC?
Yeah, I'm not using it. It's yours if you'd like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Would it be considered armor that you're to wear?
There is a little bit of metal in it, but the fact that druids don't wear metal is kind of a culture thing more than anything else. So because you're self-taught, you wouldn't know that. So you can wear
Okay. Sure. That's my AC up another notch.
Always nice.
Hey, vodka, it's nice to greater healing potion.
This will come in handy when I really need it.
Oh,
And
on the Eldritch Knight, you guys find 25 gold pieces because he was not quite fancy enough to have real wealth. And he has plate armor that's just about useless now because it has a bunch of holes in it from axe wounds.
Well, I've already grabbed the jewels and stuff in my bag, and the greater healing potion. So you guys divvy up the 2 potions and the 25 gold pieces. Maybe we should start a party fund or something.
I mean, we're not really in like a buying situation. We're in a more help the cause situation. Maybe they'll provide us with what we need. So, I mean, the gold and stuff like that, I think we should probably just give to the captain, let him do what he needs to do with it. Just to feed his crew, which is our ride everywhere. I'll carry a potion and probably Cat should carry a potion because I can always get up there, but she's gonna need to save her. No, give it to Elaine. Give one to Elaine because Cat can heal herself in a pinch. Elaine can't. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, little pots. Me and Elaine. And let's look at the elves and say, well, about that boat, we're gonna need to make some noise.
She looks at you kind of quizzically. She's like, noise?
Do you have any explosives handy? There's an Eladrin camp that I think would make a very nice flare.
Well, there are hundreds of Eladrins still there. They are leaderless, but they are not someone I would like to tangle with.
I'm not interested in fighting them. I'm interested in giving them a present and then leaving.
She makes a motion, and you see 3 elves in heavy cloaks that actually almost look like they have a leaf pattern on them. Comes over, and they all take a knee because she's lower.
You can get up for me. It's all right.
They kind of ignore you. Yes, mistress. Our friend here could use a signal. Do you think you can make one? They kind of look at each other and grin. They're like, yes, mistress. And they run off. You see them kind of just dive off one of the platforms and disappear into the underbrush. She turns to you. She goes, well, it's probably takes them about an hour to get there and make your flare. Do you know where it is you're supposed to meet this boat?
I give her directions as best as I can remember from the trip here, and then I ask her if we can help prepare her people to get moving.
Well, they tend to need very little prep work. We are very used to moving at very short notice. Within 20 minutes, we will be ready to go. Can your ship take an extra... She sits there and does a little bit of math. 80 passengers?
Make it a really big fire?
You guys do know the ship itself is relatively small. It's really, really fast. 80 people will not be an enjoyable journey, but it's not impossible.
Do they have any watercraft of their own that we could at least tow, perhaps?
We do not. We've never left this. We haven't left this island in hundreds of years. We've never had any need to. Traveling the seas is a dangerous thing with the Eladrin there. It's much safer to stay in the treetops and amid the forests.
Well, try to stay out of the way of the dwarves.
Oh, I have met dwarves. And she kind of, you can see that she's not looking forward to this.
Oh, come on, so you know dwarves are fun.
Anything else you guys want to do before you head out?
I want to ask, so, damn it, that's with the cough.
You're dying on me.
Anyways, I'm gonna go out the store. Hey, so, those cloaks your little buddies were wearing, you wouldn't have, what kind of cloaks are those? You wouldn't have that many more of them, would you?
They are just the cloaks that we wear. We've learned to camouflage ourselves with pieces of the jungle around us. They have no magical properties. I can provide you with cloaks if you need them.
It could come in handy in the future, maybe, so.
Well, I'll,
Then again, I'm trying to think long term, which in life is not working well.
I'll see what I can do. It may take us some time to find enough for you, but we apparently are going to have a very enjoyable ride with a bunch of dwarves. So you guys make it back to the extraction point. Sure enough, almost an hour on the dot, you guys see plumes of smoke from the other side of the island. And within about, takes another hour of you guys waiting, you eventually see the familiar shape of your ship cresting the horizon. You see a single longboat come ashore for you guys. And the first mate kind of stands there and goes, "Oh, did I miss something?"
We got allies.
Aye, but I didn't think we'd be taking them all back with us.
Well,
The captain's gonna have to be asked about this. And he kind of stands up a little bit. Which one of you's in charge? And Solonier comes forward, kind of bows as gracefully as she can. She's feeling a little bit better now that it's been a little bit of time. She goes, "I am Solonier. I lead these people, and I would be willing to negotiate with your captain for passage off this island." He kind of looks at him and goes, "Wow, doesn't someone speak fancy now, don't they? All right, let's everyone get in you and the rest of you lot. Let's get in the boat." And he takes you back. The captain greets you, goes, "Hey, looks like you've brought me an elf. You've brought me a bloody elf with," and he looks out to the beach, "with friends." And Solonier again bows formally. "Master Dwarf, we wish to join your cause, but in order to join it, you must have space to bring all of my people. They are not safe in this island." And he looks at her, and then he looks at the rest of you guys. "All right. How many of you are there?" Our numbers are roughly 80. Bloody hell! You bastards decided to bring a bunch of elves onto my... And then I do not have... And you see, he's just talking, and do any of you speak dwarf?
No.
I do.
You are the only one that understands that a lot of what he's saying you probably would not repeat in polite company. The rest of you just hear him going, you guys watch Elaine's cheeks just get that slight tinge of pink in them. And he goes, "Fine, we need bloody allies. I just didn't think I'd become a bloody passenger cruiser. You," and he points to Abok, Elaine, and Fade, "get below deck, start making the room for him." And then kind of turns over to Kata and goes, "I don't bloody know," and walks away. The first mate goes, "Oh, he may seem that he's not particularly fond of this, but we'll take him. We've got a room." Means we're going to have to throw over quite a bit of the ale, though.
Not the room.
It takes probably another hour to make enough room for them, get them all on the boat.
Yeah, before the hour happens, as he mentioned the ale, I just walk over to the soul. Okay, you owe me some help for this.
He kind of looks at you as like, "If you want to help, you can have as much as you can drink before it goes overboard."
I was telling this to Soul.
Oh, sorry. What did you say to Soul?
You owe me some help for this.
Oh, she goes, "I'll be sure to keep track of that, Avonk."
Alright, continue. Just wanted to
I got a
have
thing too.
Sure, what?
As they tell us to go start making room, I'm gonna go down under deck, try to find a duffel bag or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Walk back onto the island for a while, and then come back with a really heavy-looking bag full of really stinky things.
Oh my god, you would.
I'd like to go chop up one my husk body so that I can have moments to
Oh,
Make me
Can't
a
take you.
survival check.
He's gonna be lost.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look
We
for
have to
you,
go look
aren't I?
for him.
23 to find my way.
Alright, you're lucky.
So you guys watch Fade go back with one of the boats. You're not exactly sure why. He doesn't tell any of you what he's doing.
No, of course not.
He just heads back, and then when he gets on the beach, he just walks in. The first mate, who's overseeing everything, goes, "Oi, where are you going?"
I'll be back.
Right, bloody legend, don't really know what the fuck they're doing. And by the time you get back, because it takes you to find where they were, it takes you a good hour and a half. But you do eventually find it. You come back. The beach is just about deserted at this point. You get on the last boat. As you sit next to one of the wood elves, she kind of looks at you a little nervous. And then she gets up and sits on the lap of another wood elf on the other side of the boat.
I have to get on my knees and just smile at him.
Oh my god.
You
Back
creepy
on.
bastard.
We can't take Fade anyway. We're gonna put a leash on you.
So, you guys make it. It takes the better part of a day for you to get back. Fade, there is no room on the ship for you to be able to really do anything with your recent acquisitions.
I'll hang it off the side. It's fine. I'm not doing anything with it. I want it for later.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys are able to eventually get back to the camp. When you guys get back, again, it takes about 30 minutes of really precise maneuvering to get there. You notice that before, where it was basically just like a building and then a dock, a little bit, a few more buildings you can see a little bit further inland. You can see a couple little lean-tos that people are using. It's starting to turn into a little bit more than just like a refugee camp. Old What-Eye is there at the dock, and he's got the gangplank, one-handed, just sits there, tosses it down. The gangplank creaks underneath his weight. He's like, "Ooh, my favorite customers have returned." And then he gets close to Fade. He's like, "Oh, and he leans in real close. He's like, and he lifts up his eye patch, and you can see underneath it, nothing is there. That's what this smelled like before we got rid of it. I think you may need to check on your wounds."
And a fire. I need to boil something real quick.
And he looks at you really like you've never seen him look like that before. Puts the eye patch back down. He's like, and he just points.
Okay, thank you.
He goes to Avok. He's like, "I'm not sure I like that one anymore. Seems a little bit off."
You get used to them eventually.
As that happens, the wood elves start kind of pouring out from beneath the decks, and he starts to get a little bit taken aback. He's like, "When you said you was going out to get allies, I thought maybe a dozen. You've brought us, I don't know." And he hits you, Avok, pretty hard. Like not quite knowing his own strength, he's like, "I'll start making up some stew. Wait a minute. Fade!" And he runs off. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
yeah.
So, for those of you watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Please be sure to welcome our newest member, Kata. And if you missed anything that happened tonight, or you've missed any of the other episodes, You are always welcome to go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody. I upload all the old episodes there. If you're in need of a D&D fix, I play D&D here almost every Tuesday night. On the first and third Tuesdays of the month, it's this campaign. On the second and fourth, I am running people through Tyranny of Dragons, which is the first published adventure for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. So feel free to follow me on here. You can watch live every week at 8:30. Beyond that, you can follow me on Twitter. I always tweet about stuff like this. So yeah, anyway, that's all for me today, and I will see you guys next time, all right? Bye-bye!